Thank you for tuning into this special presentation of the American Idiot Fan 2018 Productions Network.
The creepypasta John is about to read is 100% fake. Me and Michael wrote this story ourselves. Michael wrote a majority of the story while I edited some of the grammar and mistakes. So, yeah, this may be a bit over the top for my channel, but yeah. Take it away, John.
Let me introduce myself. My name is John. I'm a bit of a 90s freak. I love anything that has to do with nostalgia. So I always go on YouTube to watch 90s commercials. However, one night on April 1st, 2012, when I was in a downward spiral of infinite videos on YouTube's darkest area, I found a weird lost infomercial about a guy named Sid. One day Sid woke up. Sid didn't know how to make pancakes. So he ruined 15 different pots and pans trying to make pancakes. He put too much peanut butter into one recipe and his hand got stuck. When he was finally released from his sticky imprisonment, his pinky snapped off as he felt the hot pain of bone and cartilage separate. Blood started gushing out of the stinging hole in his hand and he desperately clenched a dish rag into it in an attempt to stop the bleeding. He couldn't even eat those pancakes from all the blood. Once he patched his newly stumped finger, he got back to making some pancakes. The next batch he put far too many raisins and hot sauce into it, that it didn't even taste good. When he bit into that first fluffy pancake, he had high hopes. But those hopes were dashed quickly as his tongue was assaulted by a heat hotter than the great depths of an active volcano. Poor old Sid puked blood from that. His left kidney popped out at one point. Finally he chanced upon a recipe so amazing it made him almost pass out. This beautiful gift from the culinary gods. The very best. A mix of algae from an uncleaned fish tank, some motor oil, a butterfly wing and a pancake from Dennis. Once he was done eating, he stepped over to the dishwasher and started loading all the stuff, and then he forgot he didn't have dish detergent, so he used shampoo. Those terrible caked on and gunked up dishes were too much for his dishwasher. The shampoo started foaming violently out of the seal in the door and water gushed out. He slipped and slid around his kitchen floor. When he finally found his balance and stopped moving, he grabbed a near chair to stand on and jumped over to the table to avoid the rising water. He made his way to the stairs by passing through the kitchen to the foyer via the bureau across from the kitchen table. Once he made it to higher ground, he sighed. Taking several deep breaths in and out, he was finally able to open his eyes. What he saw horrified him. Taking a look at his stumped pinky hand, he sees a dark gangrene mold steadily infecting his hand. It rises to above his elbow. The pain is cold and excruciating. His hand goes numb. He feels a concerning relaxing of muscles in his wrist and a ripping sensation. His hand falls off. Plop. Onto the ground. He's left in tears, clenching his stump hand on his knees. The camera pans back and it faded to black. A sudden and startling disembodied voice says,
"Pencil. Now mix dish detergent safe from both hand washing or machine washing your dishes."
So don't ever forget what happened here to Sid. Sid proved he was a dumb idiot who deserved it. This infomercial stuck with me for years. I'd have nightmares ever since and still do to this day. I'd wake up and see the gangrene mold on my own hand. Before I went to sleep, sometimes I'd see an outline of Sid from the infomercial in the hallway. Sometimes, I could even hear the infomercial playing from my living room at night. But thankfully, the person who uploaded that got terminated due to multiple third-party copyright claims. But I still have the infomercial archived on my laptop. That infomercial will always scar me for life.